Hi Sal, this will be some midterm video feedback for you on the print ad, and we've got 4 weeks to go. If you need any help, don't hesitate to reach out via email or even text. So from now until the end of the term, bid your strength. Sal, this is what you posted in the discussion board, the last week's discussion board, and I like the simplicity of it too, and I like how the circular shape silhouette of the photograph almost becomes like the sun, on the horizon there. Your type is fairly tightly letter spaced, so I maybe open this up. It's okay to track, but generally speaking, I wouldn't close up the letter spacing. Similarly too, your leading is tight. Now, in a way, this this recollects advertising of, I would say, like the late 1960s, and they would do this to sans serif typeface. We used to call it typography instead of typography, but it has its own look, and it visually, it creates quite a clear shape, which can be used as just another component of your overall design. And so I'm not suggesting that you maybe loosen up the leading, but take a look at 70s advertising, because there are other aspects of your design that remind me of it. And sometimes nostalgia is not a bad thing to refer to. You've used colors that are, the orange and the purple are, they're not complementary, but they seem to work well. This orange of the sunset against the lavender of the background that you picked. Having said that, though, putting a frame around it, is it necessary? Does it need a frame? So I'm going to open up your Illustrator file and perhaps move some ingredients around. Sal, I opened up your file in Illustrator, and it looks great. Your file structure is easy to get around. It's clear. I don't think I'll have any problems animating this, and I can turn things on or off at will. What I was going to suggest is that perhaps you, instead of having a border around this image, perhaps you bleed it off the entire page, and so that gives you kind of a rough idea what that might look like. I mean, it is a nice image. You spent some time in color correcting it, and I would suggest also maybe bleeding off the contact information. Think about contemporary ways of providing contact information. They might include a barcode, or something like that. And oh, I see. That black band. Is it part of the? Is it on the same layer? Let's see. Yeah, here it is. And is that locked? Anyway, suggesting. Oh, okay. I don't know what I did there, but I think that was the desired effect. Just bleeding the black band off the bottom, and maybe the entire photograph too. I don't know how much you've got, but and then it's okay to center type. This seemed a little out of place though. The minimal leading. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I was going to try to. Here's some typographic niceties. You might consider. You have this asterisk, which creates a gap in the leading, or in the left alignment. So you might consider. Let me turn this around here. You might consider hanging it. It's called hanging punctuations. It creates a cleaner sort of left margin on your text box. I'm not going to comment any more on the typography, but it has its place. I do think though that the contact information is probably way too large and could be quite a bit smaller. If you feel like spending some ink, print it out on your laser printer or your inkjet printer, and they make judgments about type size from that. Okay. If you're going to use caps, one suggestion is to letter space them somewhat. And I don't see any reason for this not to be on, say, one line. So, perhaps a little bit smaller to give some emphasis to your slogan, which is really nice. All right, so a few suggestions here. I think you get the idea, and you've got the ingredients. Play around with them.